John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara kept the secret while filming McLintock. John Wayne was born Marion Robert Morrison on May 26, 1907, in Winterset, Iowa, remains one of the most iconic figures in the history of American cinema. Known for his rugged persona, towering presence, and distinctive voice, Wayne carved out a unique space in Hollywood as the quintessential star of westerns and war films. His career spanned more than 5 decades, during which he appeared in over 170 films, earning his place as a symbol of American patriotism, masculinity, and stoic strength. His image as a tough, no-nonsense cowboy or soldier became deeply ingrained in American culture, cementing his status as a larger-than-life figure in popular imagination. Wayne's early life was marked by several relocations due to his father's work as a pharmacist. His family eventually settled in Glendale, California, where he grew up. As a youth, Wayne excelled in academics and sports, especially football, earning a scholarship to the University of Southern California, USC. Unfortunately, an injury cut short his football career, forcing him to leave school and seek work. His first exposure to Hollywood came when he worked as a prop man and extra, which eventually led him to a chance meeting with director John Ford. Ford became a significant figure in Wayne's life, serving as both a mentor and collaborator. Their partnership would later produce some of the most iconic Western films in cinematic history. Wayne's first big break came in 1930, when he was cast in the lead role of Raoul Walsh's The Big Trail. Although the film was a commercial failure at the time, it showcased Wayne's screen presence and charisma, which would become more prominent in later years. John Wayne's career took off in the 1940s and 1950s, particularly through his work with director John Ford. Films such as Stagecoach, 1939, Fort Apache, 1948, and She Wore a Yellow Ribbon, 1949, showcased his ability to embody the Western hero with both physicality and understated emotional depth. However, it was his role in The Searchers, 1956, that truly defined his career. Wayne's portrayal of Ethan Edwards, a complex and flawed character driven by both vengeance and redemption, was hailed as one of his finest performances. The film is now regarded as a masterpiece and has influenced generations of filmmakers. In addition to his westerns, Wayne became synonymous with war films, particularly during World War II and the post-war era. His roles in films like The Sands of Iwo Jima, 1949, for which he received his first Academy Award nomination, and The Longest Day, 1962, solidified his reputation as a patriotic figure and on-screen representation of American ideals. Wayne often portrayed courageous soldiers or military leaders, roles that resonated deeply with audiences during times of national pride and conflict. Despite being one of the most popular and bankable stars in Hollywood, John Wayne received relatively few accolades from the film industry during his career. It wasn't until 1970, late in his career, that he won his only Academy Award for Best Actor, for his role as Rooster Cogburn in True Grit, 1969. Wayne's portrayal of the rough, one-eyed U.S. Marshal was both gruff and humorous, marking a slight departure from his traditional roles while still capturing the essence of the Western hero. Beyond his Oscar win, Wayne was the recipient of several other prestigious honors. In 1979, just a few months before his death, he was awarded the Congressional Gold Medal, and later, in 1980, he was posthumously awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest civilian honor in the United States. These tributes underscored the immense impact he had on American culture and cinema. Wayne was known not only for his acting but also for his outspoken political views. A staunch conservative and vocal anti-communist, he was actively involved in politics throughout his life. He supported the Republican Party and was a prominent figure in the conservative movement, often using his fame to speak on behalf of his beliefs. His political stance sometimes sparked controversy, particularly his support for the Vietnam War and his opposition to civil rights movements in the 1960s. However, his patriotism resonated with many Americans, especially during turbulent times in the nation's history. John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara shared a unique and fascinating relationship during their years of working together, especially while filming McLintock, in 1963. While the two stars were often cast opposite each other in iconic films, their bond went beyond the professional, leading to a deep mutual respect and camaraderie that spanned decades. Their collaboration on McLintock was no exception, but behind the scenes of this popular Western comedy, the two kept a secret that added a layer of mystery to their working relationship. Wayne and O'Hara's on-screen chemistry was undeniable, and many speculated that there might be more to their dynamic than met the eye. However, the secret they shared wasn't of a romantic nature, but rather a professional pact of sorts. Both Wayne and O'Hara were known for their strong personalities and their no-nonsense approach to filmmaking, and during the production of McLintock, they made a conscious decision to shield certain aspects of their lives and working habits from the public and even from members of the film crew. This pact was rooted in their desire to maintain a sense of privacy and to protect their reputations in an era when Hollywood stars were under constant scrutiny. One aspect of this secret involved the physical demands of filming McLintock, particularly in the infamous mudslide scene, which became one of the most memorable moments in the movie. The scene required both Wayne and O'Hara to engage in a chaotic and muddy brawl, something that could easily have been mishandled or trivialized. Yet, both actors approached it with seriousness and professionalism, agreeing privately that they would push their physical limits to ensure the scene's authenticity. Despite the challenges, they refrained from complaining or showing signs of discomfort in front of the cast and crew, maintaining a sense of resilience that became their shared secret. They felt it was their duty as seasoned professionals to lead by example, ensuring that no one on set would think less of them for the grueling work involved in filming such scenes. Another layer to their secrecy came from the close personal friendship that they cultivated over the years. While many assumed their on-screen bickering and playful banter reflected a real-life tension, the truth was quite the opposite. Wayne and O'Hara trusted each other implicitly, and they had an unspoken agreement to keep any personal struggles they were going through off the set. John Wayne, who was dealing with health issues at the time, including the aftermath of his battle with lung cancer, confided in O'Hara but kept these matters largely hidden from the public. O'Hara, fiercely protective of her co-star, helped him maintain his larger-than-life persona, ensuring that his vulnerability never became public fodder. Moreover, the secretive bond between Wayne and O'Hara extended to their shared values and views on Hollywood's evolving landscape. Both actors were staunch traditionalists, preferring the old-school style of filmmaking that they had grown up with. They often lamented the shifts in Hollywood, where method acting and more experimental styles were becoming prevalent. They kept this mutual disdain for the changing tides under wraps, choosing to focus on their craft and the task at hand rather than publicly criticizing the industry. Their shared understanding of these changes, and their determination to uphold a particular standard of filmmaking, remained a private matter between them, further strengthening their professional alliance. In addition to their professional partnership, Wayne and O'Hara's personal lives provided another layer of their hidden connection. Both had tumultuous personal relationships, and while filming McLintock, they supported each other through their respective struggles. O'Hara, who had just gone through a difficult period in her personal life, found a confidant in Wayne. The two shared a deep mutual respect, and although they kept their personal conversations private, it was clear to those close to them that their friendship went beyond the superficial pleasantries of Hollywood co-stars. They became pillars of support for one another, understanding that their lives, both on and off the screen, were scrutinized by the public, and thus made an effort to keep their vulnerabilities hidden. This close-knit, protective relationship between Wayne and O'Hara remained one of Hollywood's best-kept secrets. Although fans and tabloids speculated about the nature of their relationship for years, the true depth of their bond was something they kept between themselves. They understood the importance of preserving their larger-than-life images, but they also knew that the foundation of their enduring partnership was built on mutual respect, shared experiences, and a deep trust that transcended the silver screen. Wayne's personal life was as eventful as his career. He was married 3 times and had 7 children, several of whom went on to have careers in film and television. His relationships were often strained by his career commitments and political engagements. Wayne was known to have had a larger-than-life personality off-screen as well, often enjoying the same rugged activities that his characters did, such as hunting, fishing, and horseback riding. In the later years of his life, Wayne faced significant health challenges. He was diagnosed with lung cancer in 1964, a diagnosis that led to the removal of his left lung and several ribs. Despite this, he continued to work and remained active in Hollywood. However, in 1979, he was diagnosed with stomach cancer, and after a long battle with the disease, he passed away on June 11, 1979, at the age of 72. John Wayne's death marked the end of an era in Hollywood, but his legacy only grew stronger after his passing. He became a posthumous cultural icon, representing a bygone era of American values and ideals. His films are still celebrated, and his image is frequently invoked in discussions about American masculinity, patriotism, and traditional values. Statues, memorials, and museums dedicated to Wayne's life and career have been established across the country, including the John Wayne Birthplace Museum in Winterset, Iowa. Wayne's influence also extends into political and social spheres. His name has been used as a symbol of conservative ideals, with many politicians and public figures referencing him as an embodiment of strong leadership and traditional values. His lasting impact on American culture is a testament to the power of cinema and the ways in which larger-than-life figures can shape national identity.